Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. Stop me if you've heard this before. Well, in that case, I'll just already stop. He's hurt. And we just talked yesterday about Daniel Jones making the calculation when he came to Indy. I can beat this guy out, or you know what? At some point, he's going to get hurt, and I'm going to get to play. Last night, and it's really not his fault. He got a hit. Big hit. Pinky got dislocated. Pinky pointing in the direction that the pinky isn't supposed to point. And fairly important appendage when your job is to throw a quarterback with that hand that's got the pinky dislocated. So now we've got another injury situation involving Anthony Richardson, and it's just another reason why Daniel Jones is there.
You know what, Mike? You look at that. Ooh, it is tough to watch. It was when it happened. We were texting.
Torrey Holt. Night. Looks like Torrey Holt.
Yeah, it does. It's so bad. And Matt Casey sent a text and said, "Hey, there goes Richardson." And I just said, "That sucks." It really does. You just hate to see it for anybody, any player, but a starting player like Richardson, who has, by all accounts, done everything they've asked him to do to get himself ready to be a franchise quarterback. One of my favorite stories, because it's one of my favorite candies, he said he cut out Skittles. He said, cut out eating Skittles and candy and all this stuff. He was just doing things that weren't good for his body, and he just really wanted to take the job more seriously. He's looked pretty good in camp, slightly better than Daniel Jones. And I just felt like, okay, here's a young guy who's starting to figure it out. Let's see what happens. I think he would have won the job. Now, with that pinky, you just can't. On his throwing hand, too. I think Daniel Jones is by process of elimination, Daniel Jones is going to be their starting quarterback, most likely, at least week one, maybe a little bit longer. I just hate to see that for him because he was starting to figure it out mentally, at least. I don't know how good he's going to be, but just his preparation and his approach to the job had taken a leap.
They loved Daniel Jones in Minnesota. They wanted to keep him in Minnesota, but he saw the path to the field in Indianapolis, and that was a smart assessment because either Anthony Richardson is going to not perform at the level that they need him to, or he is going to get himself injured. And that wasn't the classic Anthony Richardson dropping a shoulder, keeping a play alive longer than he should have. That was just, I'm in the pocket, here comes David Ojabo, and boom, that's that. But that's the reality of playing quarterback in the NFL. That's why, we have this debate. Do starters play or not play in the preseason? Because that could happen to any quarterback at any time, and it can happen this weekend as starters play. That's the risk, the calculated risk you take when you put a guy out there. But in Indy, somebody had to win the job. So both guys are going to play. And Daniel Jones came in, was 10 for 21 for 144 yards. Not good, not great, but it may not matter. He may be the starter by default now if Richardson's pinky, depending upon, you dislocate something. The question is, what kind of damage was done going out? What kind of damage is done going back in? And how long does it take for that finger to heal to the point where you can properly hold the football and throw it? But that was the big highlight last night for the Colts, although it was a low light in the preseason opener against the Baltimore Ravens. By the way, for the Ravens, Keaton Mitchell, the running back, he's back, and that's good for them. They've needed that. Very promising player who's had some injuries. He looks like his old self, and that is an encouraging sign. Again, it's only preseason, but broad brush takeaway, they may get some help at that position behind Derrick Henry. Not that they need a lot of help behind Derrick Henry, but how long is Derrick Henry going to be there? And they always got to be thinking about the future. This could be Derrick Henry's last year. Next year could be his last year. We'll see. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.